game that I played. I don't know when. Some guy on chess.com. So let's go through this. I'm playing black. He's playing white. So e4. I'm coming in with fianchetto, the bishop. What I'm doing is, guys, look, I'm hitting that pawn which is hanging. So he defended. He could have defended it with the knight as well. Either one. I want to open up, give my bishop a scope. I'm bringing the knight here. I know I'm blocking the bishop now, but I'm going to get the knight out of the way. He's developing knights. 1, 2, 3. I have 1, 2. I know I moved that piece twice, but I had to because I didn't want to move the knight here because he would have pushed me out here, and I would have wasted a move. So I had to do it this way. Castles. I come out with my bishop. Now I castle. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's up in development, which is fine for right now. He could have developed the bishop here, or even here, or even here, but I don't know why he pushes up. He wants to overprotect his pawn on d4, which is already protected by the bishop and the knight, and now the pawn. I push. I want to open this up. Why do I want to open this up? Because the queen's right here in the middle. He locks it, so he hems in my bishop. I get it. I push this out, develop that. All right, he wants to get rid of my bishop. I could take him here, but I ended up moving the queen and protect it. He takes, I take. He comes out with the knight. Finally, boom. Now I hit. Again, I'm trying to open up the position because it's too cluttered, and the position is closed right now, which is good for knights, but bad for bishops. Okay, I take. Why do I take? Because there's nothing more important than center pawns, guys. So if I can take a pawn with my flank pawn, a center pawn, even better. So I take. I don't worry about the bishop. I know he wants to take me because it's protected by the knight. He takes me, I take him, he takes that. Now I have an open file that I want to control. But first I want to attack this, put pressure on that. He moves the queen. I don't really know why he moves it there. But now I place my rook here on an open file, which I control. He could have challenged me and gone here or here. I give myself an escape square, plus I stop him from hopping here to g5, putting pressure on these pawns. Because if I was to move this pawn and this knight was here, bam, he takes a very important backwards pawn, but a center pawn at that, which is crucial. He wants my knight out. I think this is a little too dangerous and risky. Why? Because he's opening his fence on the castle king over here. No one's protecting it. So now I'm forced to move, but he just weakened his position. I see what he's doing. He wants to open me up here. Get it. Get to this. He has the queen coming this way. But I can just block it here with the knight. And if I were to do that, if I were to bring a knight here to f5, he has no pawns that can push me out because he already advanced his pawn too far. I think this is an inaccuracy on his part. I want to keep my area locked up, so I did not take this pawn. He does that, and now I lock this up nice. But, he pushed these. The problem is he has a very open space here. Not good for him in the long run towards the end game. He comes here. I don't know why. Maybe it'll double protect this. Triple, quadruple. He can't go here. He can't go here. So I don't know why he moved that there. I hop in here nice. Again, like I said, no pawn can dislodge this knight. So this is a great little outpost, which is double protected. He challenges the rook. I move the king up. He takes, I take. He challenges me again. This rook is protected by the knight. So I take, he takes, and I come here. Why? Because I gain a tempo on him by attacking his hanging knight, which checks the king. So he has to move it to protect it. Okay, so he does that. I don't take him. I don't want to take him yet. But what I do is I have a nice diagonal heading to his camp, and I'll have pressure right here on this B2 pawn. Another reason, if you go back, guys, why I made this little move here, the king, because I already foresaw that the rooks will come off. So I wanted to get my king out to G7 so it's not on the back rank, and I wouldn't have to waste time moving it later in an endgame. So this is exactly what happened. See, if he would have come here now, this king would have been here. You know, he's double attacking my knight and checking my king. Luckily, the knight's protected by my queen, but you get the point. He's infiltrating, and I don't want him coming in with my king on the back rank. That's why I prepared for it earlier. Here comes the knight, has no real power. Can't go here. You can go here or here, but I don't see anything with that knight. I do this. I attack this, and I have a nice diagonal attack on this knight. On the king. He does that, bam. I attack. He should have never let me infiltrate the way I didn't want him to infiltrate here, because you can cause damage on this rank, on the last two ranks. Now I'm going to do the same to him. So I pick up a tempo. He has to move the king. I mean, he could come back here and block. Sorry. He could come here and block it, but he'll lose the knight. If he brings the knight here, I would take this pawn with the knight. He would take me. I would bring the queen here, and he would lose. No, he would be forced to get out of this area. And I have a. Wait a minute. Let's play this out. I have to visualize this. So if he goes here, I cannot take the knight because it's protected by the queen and this knight. If I were to take this knight here, this pawn with this knight, he would take me. I would bring the queen here, put him in check. Then he would have to bring the knight back here. Then I'd pick up another pawn. But I'd be down a knight. Gets out of the way, I come here. The reason I came here, guys, is because I want to come in here and infiltrate to get inside. I'm just maneuvering that queen. He moves this out because now he double protects the knight. But I come in here just like I said. I have a double attack on this pawn here from the knight and the queen. I have a double attack on this pawn from the queen and the knight as well. And I already see myself infiltrating. So he makes a huge mistake. I could have taken this queen with that knight. But I didn't. It's funny. I put him in check. And he cannot take me with the knight. Why? Because he is pinned by my queen. So I get a free pawn with tempo, check on the king, and a double attack on his knight sitting on F3. Plus, if I really wanted to, I could have taken his queen the move prior, right here. But I'm not after his queen, guys. Remember this. Don't just go Pac-Man and just gobble things up because you want to. Go after the king. That's the most important piece on the board, not the queen. Yes, the queen is badass. Yes, she's the most powerful piece, but the most important piece, and the reason you play the game, is the king, not any other piece. So I saw past this. I didn't take his knight. I did this, boom. And actually, this is even better. I don't even have to take his knight. Now he can't go here, he can't go here. He can only go here, and that sets up a what? Bam, a mate on G2. So guys, there's a good lesson right here. It is very tempting to take your opponent's queen. But if you see something better, where you can get the king into a mating net, where you surround him, and you see a potential checkmate, way more important than taking that powerful queen, then you go after that king. In this particular case, again, he gave me a free queen. It was a blunder, and then he would have taken with the pawn. I would have taken with, and yes, I would have eventually won. But man, this is prettier. This is more tactical, more strategic. This is more impressive to give up taking a free queen to do this, because I know that knight was pinned and he can't take me. I have a double attack. I infiltrate, and eventually I have a checkmate on g2. This is nice. Look at this. Boom. He can't take me. Why? Because the pawn is right here. He has nowhere to go, but boom. h2. Bam. Checkmate. That is freaking beautiful. Wow. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Play that over and over. Make sure you guys always do game reviews, post-game analysis on any of your games, whether you won or lost, especially if you lost. And just keep learning and growing, guys. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe. It's Tony Tone. I'm out. Peace.